Ever wondered what happens when you dial 911? It's like a well-oiled machine, working around the clock to ensure your safety. You dial the numbers, your call is received, and help is dispatched. It's as simple as that, right? Well, not quite. While it's true that 911 is the primary go-to for emergencies, there's a lot more happening behind the scenes. The system's efficiency is remarkable indeed, but it's not without its challenges. Calls need to be routed correctly, dispatchers have to prioritize situations, and the response has to be swift and effective. And then, there's the issue of cell phones, which can sometimes complicate the process. But don't worry, we're here to break it all down for you. So buckle up and get ready for a deeper dive into the world of 911. But there's more to this system than meets the eye. The 911 system is a well-oiled machine, but how exactly does it work? When you dial those three famous digits, your call is immediately routed to a public safety answering point, or PSAP. This is where the first responders pick up, ready to assist in your emergency. But it's not just any first responder who answers. It's a specially trained dispatcher whose job is to remain calm in the face of crisis, and gather all the necessary information to send help your way. These dispatchers are the unsung heroes of the system, working tirelessly behind the scenes. They are trained to extract critical information swiftly and accurately, while keeping the caller composed and focused. Their questions are precise and targeted, aimed at understanding the nature of the emergency, your location, and any immediate threats or dangers. Now here's where things get really interesting. Once the dispatcher has all the essential information, they use a system called Computer-Aided Dispatch, or CAD. This system, powered by complex algorithms, helps dispatchers determine the best response units to send, based on factors like proximity, availability, and the specific needs of the situation. Additionally, the dispatcher stays on the line with you, providing real-time instructions and support until help arrives. This could be guidance on performing CPR, advice on safely exiting a burning building, or simply reassurance during a distressing time. Now the response units, these could be police, fire, or medical units, all follow the instructions relayed by the dispatchers. They race against the clock to reach you, armed with the critical information they need to handle the situation effectively. In a nutshell, the 911 system is a complex dance of coordination and communication, all orchestrated to ensure that help arrives when and where it's needed most. It's a system that works around the clock, every day without fail to keep us safe. Yet, despite its efficiency, the 911 system isn't infallible. It has its limitations and challenges, which we'll delve into later. For now, let it suffice to say, it's a streamlined process, but it's not without its challenges. So you've dialed 911, what do you say? It's crucial to keep your cool, even when the heat is on. Panic can cloud your judgment and hinder effective communication. Breathe. Collect your thoughts. Now speak clearly and directly. The dispatcher will ask you key questions. What's your location? What's the nature of your emergency? Are there any immediate dangers? Be descriptive but concise. Remember, the dispatcher is your lifeline, your guide in the chaos. They're trained to extract critical information swiftly, so trust in their expertise. Follow their instructions to the letter. If they tell you to stay on the line, do so. If they instruct you to perform first aid, comply. Your clear-headedness can make the difference between life and death. So when you're on that call, stay calm, be clear, and listen carefully. Remember, clear and concise communication can save precious time. Did you know that calling 911 from a cell phone could complicate things? This might come as a surprise, but it's a challenge that's rooted in the technology of our mobile devices. When you make a call from your cell phone, it doesn't go directly to the nearest 911 center. Instead, it pings off the closest cell tower, which might not necessarily be in your immediate vicinity or even in the same municipality. This can lead to your call being routed to a different municipality's 911 center, which might not be the most efficient or appropriate for your emergency. Let's paint a picture to better illustrate this. Imagine you're in a city park and you witness a serious accident. You dial 911 from your cell phone expecting to reach the city's emergency services, but instead, due to the nearest cell tower's location, your call is routed to a county dispatcher, who then has to relay your information back to the city. This back and forth can result in a delay in responding to the emergency. In another scenario, you might be traveling in a remote area where cell coverage is patchy. Your cell phone might ping a distant tower, and your call could be routed to a 911 center far away from your actual location. Again, this could result in a delay in emergency response. It's important to note that these scenarios are not the norm, and in many cases, calling 911 from a cell phone works just fine. However, these examples highlight potential complexities and challenges that could arise in certain situations. So, what can you do to mitigate these risks? One solution is to be aware of your location and share it as accurately as possible when calling 911. Modern cell phones also have advanced location services that can help pinpoint your location during a call. In the end, while the 911 service is a vital lifeline in emergencies, understanding the intricacies of how it works with our mobile devices can make all the difference. In an emergency, those extra minutes could be critical. Sometimes it might be faster to call your local emergency number. Now you might be wondering, why is that? Well, local numbers often connect you directly to your nearest emergency services, bypassing the potential challenges of cell towers and misrouting. This can potentially lead to faster response times, which, in an emergency, could be a game changer. So, how do you find these numbers? A quick online search with your city or town name followed by emergency services should do the trick. And don't forget to note down separate numbers for police, fire, and medical services, as they may differ. Once you have these numbers, keep them in an easily accessible place. A sticky note on your fridge, a note on your phone, or even saved as speed dials can be lifesavers in a pinch. Remember, the 911 system is a phenomenal resource, but having your local numbers at your fingertips can provide an additional safety net. Knowledge is power, especially in an emergency. So, we've taken a deep dive into the 911 system. We've uncovered how it operates from the moment your call is connected, to how it's routed and the role dispatchers play in ensuring help arrives promptly. We've also talked about effective communication during these calls, staying calm, providing clear information, and following the dispatcher's instructions can make a significant difference in the outcome of your emergency. Then there's the cell phone challenge, which can potentially lead to calls being routed to different municipalities. This is why we've emphasized the importance of knowing your local emergency numbers, as they can provide a faster response and reduce chances of misrouting. It's crucial to remember that while 911 is an essential lifeline, being informed about its workings and potential challenges can empower you to make the best decisions in emergency situations. Remember, understanding the 911 system isn't just about knowing a number, it's about making the right call when it matters most.